how could it take you 5 minutes to cook your grits when it takes the entire grit-eating world 20 minutes?
I don't know. I'm a fast cook, I guess.
Did you say you're a fast cook? That's it?
Hey, this is Ann. If anybody asked me what my all-time favorite food was, I'd have to say my favorite food is grits. I was such a picky eater when I was a child. If it wasn't for grits, I probably would have starved. And I know I'm acutely aware that many people don't like grits. They say they've tried them, they were gritty, they didn't like them. Well, the reason why you probably didn't like them is because they were not cooked properly. The package directions do not give you a complete direction list. You have to cook them until they're done. So let me show you how I cook them. Now, I don't follow a recipe on anything. This is just how I've cooked them since I was a child, or very young anyway. So what I've got here in my favorite saucepan is 4 cups of water. And I'm trying to bring it to a boil now. And I'm putting a 1/4 teaspoon of salt into that. And I have measured a cup of grits. Now, I don't normally measure any of this. I just wanted to give you an idea of about how much of the ingredients that you need. It depends on how many people you're going to feed. So I just put some water in a saucepan normally and add some grits, and then just add water as I need it. But for this batch, I've got 4 cups of water and 1 cup of grits, which is actually what the package directions say. Now, I normally use the plain grits that it takes longer to cook. And this is the quick cooking that's supposed to cook in 5 minutes. But they really don't cook that fast, even the quick cooking kind. So I'm bringing this water to a boil, and as soon as it comes to a full rolling boil, I'm going to add my grits. So my water with a little salt in it has come to a full rolling boil, and I'm going to pour the 1 cup of grits in very slowly, stirring as you pour them. You can't just dump them all in and then stir it, because you will end up with lumps in your grits, and nobody likes lumpy grits. So we've got the grits in, and I'm going to continue to stir for a minute. Now, the package directions tell you when it comes back to a boil to reduce the heat and cover it and let it cook for 5 to 7 minutes. Well, I'm not going to cover it. Sometimes I do put a lid on, turn it down, and put a lid on if I'm cooking several things at the same time and have to tend to something else at the moment. But for right now, this is all that I'm cooking. And I'm going to turn the burner down as soon as it comes back to a boil, because they do pop, and they'll pop onto every surface, including you or whoever's cooking. They will make a big mess if you're not careful. So when it comes back to a boil, I'll reduce the heat. Now, this has a good bit of liquid in it, which we'll need to cook down and reduce. Now, it's coming back to a boil, and it's starting to pop. So I'm going to turn it down very low. Now, these are the tricks, the little tips that I want to tell you about that really makes good grits. And if you like these tips, I would appreciate your liking and subscribing. So, one thing that is important for cooking good grits is to stir it often. It's better if you stir it constantly. But it is still very loose, and the water is absorbed and evaporates very quickly. So these tips are, you need to keep enough water in. If you don't have enough water, if it gets too dry, then it won't cook the way it's supposed to. And you have to stir a lot. So those are my main two tips. Keep enough water in and stir it often. And when you're first cooking the grits, let me see if I can show you here how it looks. I'm not sure you can see, but you can see each little grain. Well, it's not done yet. It will be smooth, and it'll be hard to distinguish the little individual pieces of corn when it's done. Yeah, the package directions say 5 to 7 minutes, but it's not going to be done in that length of time. It's going to take at least 10 minutes for the quick cooking kind. And if you get the regular grits, it's going to take at least 20 minutes to cook, no matter what your package directions say. But you can still see the individual grains in these grits. I wish you could see this a little bit better. But I'm going to just continue stirring. Now, like I said, if you're cooking several things at the same time, you can turn it a little bit lower and put a lid on it and let it cook a little bit. And then stir it a lot when it gets almost to the point of being done. But if you don't stir it a lot, it's not going to be cooked properly. But when you've had grits that have been cooked properly, and they've cooked completely, they are really good and not the least bit grainy or gritty. So, if you've tried them and didn't like them, how about trying some more? Cook them so that they're smooth and all the little individual pieces, grains, just kind of flow together. And then try them again and see what you think. I'm pretty sure you'll like them. Thanks for stopping by.